Looking forward to the football season. Every week we'll have our guy Ben Mintz on. As Mintz, he'll get you set up for his 6-packs of winners. I know he's deep in the lab right now, studying up on the NFL college football games. Had a pretty good run last year. What was it on NFL? College is where he's looking for a little redemption here in 19. Mintzy, good morning. How are you, buddy?
Oh, doing great, man. Hope y'all's recovery's going all right. Sounded like that National Tequila Day got y'all a little bit, huh?
Decided to wingman Jimmy Ott. Usually not the best of ideas with morning radio on the schedule the next day, but we're all right. Did you celebrate?
I went out I had a couple drinks last night, but I'm up early, feeling fiery, always glad to be off the bench, and just getting so excited for the Thursdays during the fall. And Jordy, you mentioned it before the SEC Media Days thing. Kind of, we're in the home stretch now, and I'm fully in the lab with the research, and I'm going to be ready to go here in a few weeks.
Been a hell of an offseason for you, Mintz. A couple of panic shows. You and I went to Jazz Fest together. You've also lost a ton of weight from the new diet. What are we down to now?
Oh, man, we still got a little ways to go, but I'm down about 25 to 30 pounds. I actually just ran 4 miles this morning already. So
Let's go, Mintzy.
How about that on your...
Feeling the old fire. We got like the most beautiful summer mornings I can ever remember in Louisiana in late July. So we got to take advantage of that. But the running's going good, losing weight. I kind of had a little cold at the poker tables this year, but that's okay. I got World Series of Poker, $1,700 buy-in Durant, Oklahoma main event on Saturday. That's going to be playing for $250,000. So I'm kind of getting geared up for that too.
How do you keep your head straight when you go through it? Because you were on a poker heater last year. So how do you keep your head straight when you're going through the opposite?
I'll be honest, man. The exercising is huge because it just gets out so much bad energy, and it helps you sleep better, and just it helps every bit of your day. And I think that's helped a lot. Also, just focus on the good things in life. 10 years ago, poker completely defined who I was because that was all, that was it. I was a big poker pro. And now it's a small part of the big thing with poker and radio and life. And so, just keep the balance. And, I know I'm really good at poker, and everybody goes through ups and downs. I mean, I'm excited about this weekend. And I've been going deep in a lot of stuff lately. I feel like I'm right there on getting another big win and getting rolling again. So hopefully it'll come soon.
Wow, Mintzy, namaste.
So wise,
namaste.
So wise. The Jedi Master, Ben Mintz. I want a piece of the action this weekend, Mintz.
Best panic show you saw all summer. Where were they?
Oh, man. So did that Jazz Fest with you, did the 2 nights Jackson, Mississippi. They have this new Brandon, Mississippi amphitheater. Is awesome. It's like 8,000 people. That was early June. But when we're a little colder at the poker table, you'll notice the traveling. If you see a direct correlation between me traveling less and being cold at poker, you would be correct.
Yeah.
So I hadn't really traveled as much for shows, but I'm saving it all up, Jordy, for a Halloween back in New Orleans. It's the first Halloween in New Orleans in 6 years. And with Art Neville and Dr. John both leaving us this summer, it's going to be a huge tribute down there. So that's kind of my next big show.
Absolutely.
Is the Dancing Nun going to come out?
I'm thinking about going Pat Mahomes with a Pat Mahomes wig and just running around and just talking and being myself and people just not knowing what to do.
God, that's so good.
So let's start there in the NFL.
I got to see you with the Mahomes wig.
Chiefs and Patriots are getting the highest odds in Vegas for the AFC to represent the Super Bowl on that side. Saints up there at the top of the NFC. How are you feeling about this NFL season as far as the Sharks go?
Okay, well, first of all, I've got a couple of pretty strong opinions on NFL about some stuff I'm seeing going into the year.
Okay.
I think the Saints will definitely be really good. I don't see how you can go 7-1 on the road again. I think that's probably asking a little much. Like, I think the Saints, should win the NFC South. I've got them in the 10-11 win range with a chance to really do some damage and have another shot. My big observation with the NFC South, though, guys, and this is one of my strongest reads, I think we're going to have a flip of Carolina's heading south to the cellar. There's a lot of organizational changes since Jerry Richardson got tossed as the owner. I think Ron Rivera's on his last leg. Cam's playing with a hurt shoulder. I just don't really like – they went 1-8 down the stretch last year after a 6-1 start. But I'm on the lookout for the Bruce Arians, Todd Bowles in Tampa. I'm a huge fan of Arians. I think, if you can turn around Carson Palmer – when he's 35 years old and all you trade is a 7th-round pick to get him, I don't think Jameis Winston's that far gone. And they've got a lot of weapons with Mike Evans and O.J. Howard and Chris Godwin. And I love Devin White with Todd Bowles. I think their defense was awful last year. If it can just be average, I think Tampa could be like 8 or 9 wins. They're kind of one of my sleepers. They're over under 6.5 wins. I really like the over on them.
So if you had to kind of pick your NFC South pecking order, you go Tampa second or Falcons second?
I've got Saints 1 and then Atlanta and Tampa both in that 8-9 win range, and Carolina at like 5 or 6. And I also think Carolina could have wholesale organizational changes. And then a couple other NFL points standing out to me. And this one I hate because I love the Cleveland LSU thing so much, and I'm super supportive. I just had Grady Williams on the radio show a couple weeks ago. He's obviously a Shreveport guy. I feel like this Browns hype's a little much though this year. I think when you look at the core of their team, everybody's under 26. And I think the future is so bright you can barely see, but I kind of think it's going to come more in year 2 or 3. I think they're going to be good this year, but for them to be the favorite in the AFC North over Pittsburgh and Baltimore seems like a little bit of a reach maybe to me. I mean, Freddie Kitchens did a good job as offensive coordinator last year, but he was still a tight ends coach a year ago. I feel like, they're heading for an 8 or 9 win year, but then in year 2, year 3, we're going to see them competing for AFC championships. And because of that, the Steelers at 2-1, I think, have real good value in the AFC North. I think they're a little undervalued.
Talking to Ben Mintz, our resident degenerate gambling expert. He's giving you some of his NFL tips right now. Ben, any more NFL tips before we move on to college ball?
Oh, yeah. I want to talk about one more that's fascinating to me, T-Bob. I'm curious what you think of this, too.
Okay.
Nobody's talking about – man, I cannot wait to see Kingsbury and Kyler Murray air raid in Arizona. And nobody's talking about it. But it kind of reminds me when Chip Kelly was coming in the NFL and he had that one good year for Philly and then it kind of didn't work out. Man, I think it's going to be fun. You got Kyler Murray, David Johnson, Fitzgerald's old, Christian Kirk. I like Andy Isabella and Akeem Butler, who they drafted. I think those games are going to get wild in the desert. And I thought Arizona was my deepest sleeper, but I'm really mad at Patrick Peterson for that 6-game suspension. That really, when you had him, Chandler Jones, and they brought Terrell Suggs out there to be a leader. He went to Arizona State. He finally left Baltimore after like 16 years. I thought Arizona was like, I'm not saying going to be good, but like 7-9, 8-8 when people thought they were going to be 3-13. That Peterson thing really hurt. But the offense is going to be fun. We're going to be betting a lot of overs in Arizona games early in the year before Vegas adjusts.
All right, look, you have me more excited than I was because I guess I don't know if it's just kind of the unprecedented nature of the hiring of Kingsbury and what he did in college to get that job and Kyler Murray. I'm still a bit of a non-believer, so I'll be interested to see if they can have that offensive success right away.
Yeah, they may lose. There could be a lot of garbage time, high-scoring games too. But that NFC West is fascinating. I literally don't have any clue what San Francisco is going to be like this year. I mean, I love Kyle Shanahan. You add Nick Bosa and Dee Ford as pass rushers. Garoppolo coming off a torn ACL hadn't really proven he can stay healthy yet, so I don't really know. So I'm not really sure what I think of them. I think the AFC South is going to be a Colts-Texans battle, and as always, I mean, you can just lock up the Patriots winning the AFC till the end of time.
I mean, that division is so boring, especially when every other division is so exciting this year. Mincy, what about college, man? You got any hot college tips as we prepare for Saturdays?
This is going to be popular on this radio show. And granted, I've been talking to Jordy and all y'all, so I might be drinking the Kool-Aid a little bit. But, man, I'm in on the LSU 19 hype. I'm all about it. I think the schedule – it kind of going back, I remember we did the bowl game picks, and I remember I was all over that Texas upset in Georgia and the Sugar Bowl, but I was saying it in a forward-thinking way because there's always like a super overrated team after a bowl game, and I think Texas is this year's like version of that. They lost like 9 starters on D, so I feel really good about LSU maybe hammering them in Austin.
Ooh.
And when you look at LSU's schedule, like I mean, at Bama, I'm not sitting here, going to count that as a win. I'm not ridiculous. But I think there's a very, very clear path to possibly 10 or 11 wins, even dropping Bama and, like, maybe sneaking the 4th playoff spot without even playing in Atlanta. I think there's a shot. Like, you look at the schedule, I think that's really in play this year.
I agree.
What are you guys expecting out of
LSU 25-1 national title, by the way.
Oh, take a flyer on that.
Yeah, no, I am. I'm already got 50. I put $50 on it so far. I'm going to try probably up it some more before the season. But the thought is, if they make the playoffs, if you need to, you can hedge it back anyway. But I think 25. I think they should be like 12 or 15 to 1, and they're 25 to 1. So I think there's some value.
Best off-season pickup for you guys as you guys try to get back to the AFC Championship game. Who was it?
Oh man, just love the pass rush with Frank Clark coming in for Seattle. Frank Clark and Chris Jones rushing the passer, and then how can you not mention Honey Badger back there running around, making some plays, stealing some possessions for me on offense. Can't wait to see the Badger flying around on defense. So, got to say the Badger. Glad Bob Sutton's out of the defensive coordinator. Our run defense couldn't stop me last year. It was horrible. So the defense can only be better. And I don't know what's going on with the allegations against my man Tyreek Hill, but I'm dang sure glad he's going to be on the field.
My homie, Ben Mintz.
My homie.
Great for checking in, man. We're looking forward to football season. Thank you.